Mike LeBove here with a little different and interesting swing analysis for you. On the right is David Duval, formerly #1 in the world, and was a very long and consistent ball striker. On the left is another nice swing, is Bucky Smith. And you can see as these players start down, you can see Bucky's got a little bit more of a compact backswing, but as they start down, they get the club in very similar positions. The club's on a nice plane, and they're both turning very hard through the golf ball. They both look very powerful. And the swing on the left, I've had a little fun with over the years. I've had a couple of college coaches out, and when I put Bucky's swing up on the screen and tell them who it is, they look in their database and they can't find a Bucky Smith. And that is because he's a baseball player. And on this particular day, Jack Lumpkin, who is Bucky's grandfather and my father-in-law, was teaching Davis Love III just to Bucky's right off the screen. And the noise that Bucky was making coming off the club got Davis's attention. And Davis turned around and said, "Bucky, how much golf do you play?" And Bucky said, "Well, I don't play at all. I play baseball." And Davis, stunned, said, "Well, how can that be?" And Bucky says, "Well, I don't know. It feels the same as golf, or golf feels the same as baseball. In baseball, I'm hitting off of a tee when I practice, and it feels not much different than this. I'm just bent over a little bit more," which Davis thought was pretty interesting. But it's really neat to see the angles in those two. So if you've played some baseball before, this is worth looking at. I've also worked some with Jim Lefevre, who was the second baseman for the Dodgers and former manager of the Cubs. And his swing looked exactly like these two. And after Jack had filmed this and he told me the story, I asked Jack if he would send me the video, and when he did, I could see the angles that Bucky was creating, and I couldn't wait to talk to him about it. And I often talk with Bucky and his dad, Eric Smith, who is a PGA professional and a very good player and teacher himself, but came from a baseball background, as his dad coached a little baseball also. And so we always talk about the similarities between golf and baseball and drills that we do to create power and consistency. And when I asked Bucky about his baseball swing, I said, "Bucky, what do you try and do from the top of your swing?" And he said, from the top, I'm just trying to drive the ball straight at the pitcher." And I said, "You're not trying to pull it to the left or hit opposite field?" He says, "No, I'm trying to drive it straight up the center of the field." And you can see, since the baseball swing is a little bit more rounded than a golf swing, you don't have to try to swing to the left. The fact that the swing is on an arc and going around, the club naturally swings to the left. The same as in tennis. You just have to swing straight if you're on a good swing plane. But that is just beautiful how it comes out. Matter of fact, when he comes out, you can see the club comes out. It almost matches the stripes on his shirt. He's in his posture as he's swinging around on plane. You can see the same angles over here. Same thing. And here's another picture of Bucky from face on. Something to note here to address. Those of you that fade the golf ball, take note of this left-hand grip. You can see it's turned clockwise on the club so that the back of the left hand is facing a little bit more up at the sky. And if you fade it, that would be a good place to start. From there, he makes a nice wind up behind it. Very powerful looking position right there. Gets a lot of lag coming down. And you can see at impact, he gets in a classic posted up position, as good baseball hitters do and good golfers do. I don't know about you, but after seeing this, I'm tempted to go get my baseball bat out and make about 10 swings a day. It's got to help us all. Good luck.